Many will say, and including me, I will say this: Sean Tucker is the running back 3 for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. However, last week he was the RB1 in fantasy football for running backs. He scored 34.2 points in RB27. Now you're probably thinking, what happened to Bucky Irving? Why, if Sean Tucker scored 34, where did Bucky Irving go? Well, they both had 14 running rushes. Just Sean Tucker had 136 yards to Bucky's 81. Bucky scored a touchdown, but Sean Tucker got a rushing and a passing touchdown. So both of them were heavily used in a game where they scored a lot of points. The Buccaneers scored a lot of points, which was an incredible offense. Can't wait to watch them this week when they go up against Baltimore on Monday Night Football. That should be an electric game.
I know this game seemed like this was going to be a rout if you would have thought about this game early in the year. And now I'm like, man, this might be one of the most exciting games of the week. Like this, with the way their offense has been playing, I have to tell you, selfishly, I absolutely was eating up Sean Tucker having a monster game. He's been one of my favorite players. Syracuse kid, had the heart issues, and that kind of killed him in the draft. He went from one of the maybe top 3 or 4 backs to being undrafted, and then just really didn't get much playing time last year. I've been screaming from the rooftops for 2 years he's a better player than Rachaad White. I just still believe he's a better player than Rachaad White. Is he a better player than Bucky Irvin? That's close, because I think Bucky's pretty decent, but I actually think I think he's better than Bucky Irving as well. So I was glad to see him actually get a chance and bust out, because it's all I was waiting from him. I've got him, I know we're talking redraft. I've got him in a million dynasty leagues, but he's a guy that had in a couple leagues just at the end of my bench in case something happened. But man, if he's going to get carries, he showed he looked really good. Now, is he ever going to hit this the rest of the season, this many points in fantasy? Probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, it was like everything worked great for him, but I think he showed Tampa like he's worth getting the ball to. He's worth getting hands. And I tell you what, Rachaad White's been insanely inefficient. I was totally off on him coming into the season because I just didn't like him all. Everybody's like, well, it doesn't matter. The O-line's bad. Everybody will be bad. Well, Bucky Irvin hasn't looked bad. Sean Tucker didn't look bad. And you're telling me that Rachaad White only looks bad because of the O-line? Well, everybody else looked awesome without.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Bucky
Irving was doing more with his 30% snap share than Rachaad White was doing with the 70% snap share. So it's this coming into the season, we said there were 2 guys that were in the top 5, top 10 that will not finish in the top 12 at their respective position. And that was Travis Etienne and that was Rachaad White. We said those guys were not going to have as great of a season as they did last year. A lot of people thought we were crazy, but hey, look at it. I mean, literally the first 6 weeks, Rachaad White has done nothing. He's RB36. He's not a starting RB3 in the league. He's not a flex player. He's not a starter in fantasy football this year. Again, Bucky Irving already RB31 with no snap share, but still producing. I expect this offense to roll probably all 3 running backs, but leaning Bucky Irving and then sprinkling in Sean Tucker and Rachaad White. I think this is Rachaad White's job to lose still, but you can't look at this offensive efficiency and go, Rashaad's our guy. He's not getting it done on the running game.
No, I mean, guys averaging 3.7 yards a carry. Bucky Irvin 5.7. Sean Tucker 8.9. Okay, so tell me it's just the O-line. No, Rachaad White isn't good. That's the problem. And I'm gonna hate him forever because I took him under rushing yards 2 weeks ago, and he had 9 carries for 17 yards and then broke off a 56-yarder out of nowhere and killed my under. And it was the only one in my parlay I missed.
And it counted for
a 6 leg.
It counted for 60% of his fantasy points that week from one play.
One play. He had, other than that one run, he had 9 carries for 17 yards.
Yeah, that's
other
bad.
than that one run, it's bad. So
it's Travis Etienne.
I'm in on Sean Tucker. I think White is going to keep getting phased out. And again, if anything happens to Bucky, we're going to see a ton of Sean Tucker. And again, on an offense that is shown they're going to be good all year. This is a high-powered offense in Tampa.